Let's go!
From Nintendo and Illumination
The Super Mario Brothers can take care of the kingdom.
comes a super-powered adventure. On April 1st,
Pack our things.
the galaxy gets even bigger.
He knows that's my bike, right?
Yes, sir.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Rated PG. Only theaters April 1st. Get tickets now.
No contact is probably the most misunderstood breakup strategy because the people who need it the most are usually too anxious to do it. They want to respond to every text. They want to reach out. They want to feel like they're doing something. So when a coach comes along and tells them that the usual no contact advice is wrong and that they can reach out or respond, of course that sounds appealing. And in fact, one of my clients sent me a video exactly like that and wondered if maybe we'd used the wrong strategy. We didn't, by the way. So in this video, I want to clear up the biggest misconceptions about no contact. Sometimes you should be in no contact, and sometimes you shouldn't. And knowing the difference is what gives you your best chance to get your ex back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lucia. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And if you're not new, you're part of my no contact army. Have you been a good little soldier and stayed in no contact? I certainly hope so. Okay, so let's go over the no contact rule. When someone breaks up with you, you stop contacting them. You stop watching their stories. You don't ask their friends for an update. And if they do reach out, you don't respond to breadcrumbs. Also, no contact is not for when someone is merely pulling away. It's for breakups. If they ended the relationship, they removed you from their life, so the default is that there's no reason to stay in contact except for logistics or if you work together or have kids together. So in the video that my client sent me, and I'm not going to say who it is, I'll just say it's a male dating coach. He says that the typical breakup advice is the 30-day no contact rule. No, it's not. I made a video about 7 years ago called the 30-day no contact rule is BS. Like, are we still talking about the 30-day no contact rule? I think most people know by now there is no universal number. 30 days is not some magical formula. So I will put the link to that video in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. And this coach also said that you should always respond when your ex reaches out because otherwise they'll think you're angry. No, not necessarily. And even if they do, you're not responsible for what your ex thinks about you. You can't control how people interpret your actions, whether it's a breakup or in life in general. Maybe you realized the breakup was for the best. Maybe you moved on. Maybe you don't care as much as they thought you did. So fear of how you look is not a good reason to break your silence. And it's not about being angry. It's about self-respect. They literally kicked you out of their life. So there's no reason to keep giving them access. They need to sit with their decision. They do not get to use you to get over you or for reassurance or to soothe their ego and relieve their guilt. And one of my clients was dumped and his ex immediately started dating someone else, and yet she kept reaching out despite him telling her that he was not going to be in contact as long as she was in another relationship. But she still triple and quadruple texted because she wanted to make sure he was okay. At least that was her excuse. Of course he wasn't okay. She tore his heart out and started seeing another man. How the hell is he going to be okay? She wanted to alleviate her guilt and make sure she still had access. No, she doesn't get to have her cake and eat it too. Now, there are exceptions to the no contact rule. This is why it's not a one-size-fits-all strategy. And this is one of the reasons why I offer one-on-one coaching. So you can find out what you should be doing for your particular situation. Because obviously in these videos, I have to speak generally in terms of what works most of the time. But sometimes it's actually better to reach out or to respond. And that way you can find out exactly what you should be doing for your situation instead of trying to guess. So if you're interested in coaching with me, go to theartoflove.net/coaching, and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website, and the direct link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. So what are the exceptions? The most misunderstood exception is if they broke up with you because you took them for granted, you do not do the typical no contact. Now, people always think that they took the other person for granted, and that's why they were dumped, and that's why they should break no contact. It's not that cut and dry. Taking for granted means that you did not make them feel like a priority, or they did not feel loved or valued or emotionally safe with you. In that case, you do not handle no contact in the same way. You give them some space first, a minimum of 30 days, because no one is going to break up with you and then 2 days later change their mind. Ego and pride will not let them do that. And if they contact you, yes, in that case, you do respond. If you cheated, that's another situation where you don't handle this the traditional way. Again, give them space before contacting them. And if they reach out first, you respond.
Say goodbye to that messy drawer of hot hair tools and hello to the one. Introducing Shark Glam, Shark Beauty's new 5-in-1 multi-styler. Shark Glam offers wet or dry styling, air straightening, and glossing all with one tool. When air is not enough, Shark Glam has all hair types covered, using a breakthrough blend of hot air and ceramic technology. Shark Glam, one tool, endless styles, volume, shine, and bounce all day. Visit sharkbeauty.com to learn more.
And if staying in no contact is hard for you, that's exactly why I created my app, Silencio, where it would help you to stay in no contact. We have a panic button, and we have a thriving community where you can post about your situation and get a lot of help from everybody else who's in the same boat. And the link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. And if you also like to read, I have my book, which is available at nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Now, also, if you were ghosted or broken up with, and you didn't cheat or take them for granted, there are other exceptions where you can actually be the one to reach out. And one time after being ghosted, I was in no contact for about 5 months, and I'm the one who broke it. Now, you may be saying, oh my God, Lucia, you're the general of the no contact army. You weren't supposed to break it. Well, do not try this at home. I'm a professional. I knew what I was doing. It was a very particular set of circumstances where I knew that it would not backfire. And in fact, I was right. And the guy was relieved and appreciative that I broke the stalemate. Again, no contact is not a one-size-fits-all strategy. And one more thing, going into no contact doesn't automatically mean you block them and unfollow them. Those are separate decisions. In fact, I've always said that if you're going to block them, you need to wait at least 60 days. And I've done several videos on that topic, and I will put the link in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. So no contact is misunderstood because people keep treating it like it's either cruel, manipulative, or outdated. It isn't. In many cases, it's the most self-respecting response to a breakup. But it's not automatic in every situation, and the real skill is knowing when it applies and when to make an exception. So now I want to hear from you. How long have you been in no contact, and how is it going? And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe on either YouTube or as a podcast so you don't miss out on future videos and episodes. And remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.